Hey, in this screencast, you're going to learn how to create your very first CSS variable. So here we have an example of a portfolio website. It consists of a navbar, a main section with some items, and then a footer. And this is what we'll be working with throughout this course. The CSS is defined here, or at least the CSS that we care about. I've also added a bunch of styling in the basic.css file, but that styling won't be relevant for what you're going to learn in this course. So I've extracted out the CSS we want to work with just to make it easier for us. The markup is defined here in the index.html, and that's just straightforward HTML, which I'm not going to explain, as I'm assuming that you are familiar with HTML. So as you can see, we have three different colors on our portfolio website. It's the red, which is our default text color, the beige background, and the yellow color for the items here. And as you can see from the CSS, we're reusing the hexadecimal values to quite a few places. We're setting the main red color here, and we're also setting it explicitly on the paragraph and h1 tag, and I'll tell you why a bit later in the course, and also on the anchor tags and the background of the button. And whenever you see a CSS value being reused like this, it's a perfect example for introducing CSS variables. So let's do that. We'll start by defining our variable, and then we first have to decide which scope we want the variable to live in. We'll choose the root, which is a pseudo-class that points to the root element in the document. In our case, that is the HTML element itself. And when we define it on the top level element like that, the variables we declare inside here will be available throughout the entire app. It'll be a so-called global variable. To define it, we'll do --red, and then simply copy this value here, like that. We can now use this variable through this weird syntax var, then --red. And this might seem a little bit strange with the two dashes and the var, and then passing in the variable, but that's just how the spec is written, so you have to do it like this. Two dashes when you declare a variable and use it, and always use var, otherwise it won't work. So let's reuse this in all the other places where we're using the red color. Here, here, and down here. So now let's do the same thing with the beige background, even though that's now just being used one place here, though I still think we should put it in a variable, as it also makes the code easier to read. So let's do --beige, and copy this value, paste it in here, and then replace this with var --beige. So I think we start to see the benefit here already. We don't have to repeat ourselves again and again, and the code here is actually more understandable than if we were simply using the hexadecimal values, as this here, as the variable names allows you to quickly glance over the code and understand, okay, yeah, so the color of the h1 and the p tags is indeed red. And then there's also the obvious benefit that if we want to change a value, for example, adjust our red color a little bit, then we can simply change the value of the red variable. I happen to have a different shade of red on my clipboard, so I'll paste that in. And as you can see, that updated the red color throughout the entire app. So let's get back to the old one, like that. Okay, what I want you to do now is to take our third color, the yellow color, which is used here, and create a variable. Do it on the root element, and then use it down here. So pause the screencast, jump into the code, and do that. And when you're finished, just resume back to this screencast, and then I'll do it as well. So go ahead and do that now, as I think it's really important for you to actually get your hands dirty with the code. Okay, hopefully you managed to do the task. Now I'm going to do it. So we'll create a yellow variable, and we'll grab the color value here, and then we can replace this value here with var --yellow, and we can do the exact same thing down here. And okay, so that was it. I'll see you in the next screencast.